Good morning, gang. Happy Tuesday morning. Okay, before we even start today, there's not going to be a live stream tonight. I know I keep canceling them, but trust me, there's no way in the world I'm going to be able to sit through talking for an hour. Not going to happen. As you can hear, I'm still stuffed up and sick and sleeping a lot. I went to bed at 6 o'clock last night. I think I was up for all of 3 hours yesterday. But into what's going on this morning and kind of the parts that the media doesn't tell us about. In case anybody noticed, at the 11th hour last night, Justin Trudeau blinked, okay? And just like Mexico, Trump put a 30-day pause on the tariffs on Canada because Trudeau all of a sudden came to the bargaining table and said, okay, what do you need to not put these tariffs on us? And agreed to spend $1.3 billion on protecting the northern border, appointing a fentanyl czar, and adding about 10,000 personnel to make sure there's eyes on the border 24/7. Okay. This is the thing. And as I said yesterday, as much as this is not against the Canadian people, these tariffs were against the Canadian government. And believe it or not, what Trump is doing is helping the Canadian people. You may not see it, but let me explain why. Okay. So if we go into this, Canada's biggest export to the United States is oil. We, the U.S., buy 97% of Canada's exported oil. Okay? We also get it at a discount, a pretty good discount too. Why? Because what Canada's pumping out of the ground, they don't have the ability to refine. They have to send it to us to refine it. This is the first part, okay? It is sour, heavy crude oil, and they don't have any sort of refinery that can handle that. Sour, heavy crude produces the second most deadly gas when it's refined. We have the ability to do it. They don't. So take a look at this real quick, because this brings up the second point. Most of the oil in Canada is produced out of Western Canada, all right? So you see you've got the Trans Mountain Pipeline, the Enbridge Alberta Clipper Pipeline, yada-da-da-da. But notice where all that pipe pumps gas to, down to the Louisiana and Texas coast for refinery. Then it gets pumped back up to Canada. Think about this for a second. If you look in the upper right, okay, through Canada, the Energy East pipeline, which was going to cost about $15.7 billion, was canceled by the Canadian government. Okay. Do you see on that map anywhere where any sort of oil is getting to the eastern half of Canada without going into the United States? You don't think Trump knew this? Hey, they want to get oil to, I don't know, Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa, anywhere. It's got to come through us. Yeah, okay. This is how Trump is playing 4D chess against other countries playing checkers. You look at Trudeau and go, dude, okay, we don't refine your oil then. What are you going to do with it? You can't get any fuel to the eastern half of your country. And even if you did build this pipeline, you have no way to refine it. I don't know, that might put a little bit of a damper on Justin Trudeau's environmental bullshit, right? Because that's the reason that Energy East was canceled, was because there were so many environmental complaints from Justin Trudeau's party. Now, what happens? Well, Canada continues to get oil refined inexpensively. The United States continues to get oil inexpensively, still keeping gas prices, I mean, not saying in Canadian dollars, but in the U.S., still around that $3-ish, three and a quarter range on average. Okay, Canadian dollars, that makes it, what, about $4 a gallon, not a liter. But this is the deal. What Trump did there benefits not only the United States, but benefits the Canadian people. And as I said yesterday, there's a lot of people on this channel that are from Canada that watch the channel and everything like that. It's not like we're trying to put the screws to Canada. We're just trying for something fair and equitable to stop being taken advantage of. The U.S. subsidizes Canada somewhere to the tune of $200 billion a year. Just writes a check, right? Do we see any benefit of it? No. Okay, we get cheap oil, but then we just give you an extra $200 billion for you to do whatever you want. Okay. No, we want some assistance that can only be done from your end when you want assistance out of our bank accounts. All the people that are saying Trump is trying to destroy the economy, no, let's see what happened. Colombia caved in, 15 minutes? Venezuela's caved. Mexico's caved. Canada's now caved. They all realize that Trump is the one calling the shots. The U.S. is the one calling the shots. You want to do business here. We're not going to screw you, but you're not going to screw us anymore. Trump isn't looking for kickbacks, 10% to the big guy, or anything like that. He's looking out for you and me, Joe American, Joe Canadian, Joe Mexican, Joe Colombian, Joe Venezuelan, okay? So that everybody gets treated fairly, okay? This is what we need. We need fair trade, not free trade, okay? And that's what Trump is going after here. Oil was the big one. They won't tell you that, but looking at that map, that shows you everything you need to know. Trudeau was like, I'll screw half my country if I don't do something about this. Taking all the American bourbons off the shelf, or threatening us that they're not going to ship us Molson beer or maple syrup. Americans don't care. I can't tell you the last time I bought something that said made in Canada on it. Not going to make a difference to me. Okay. You don't want to drink Jack Daniels? That's up to you. It's fine. No big deal. There's plenty of Canadian whiskeys you can drink. But mark this up as another win for getting both of our countries back on track. Now, once Justin Trudeau finally steps down, maybe we can start going forward. Pinball out.